What if I told you that the richest man in all of human history wasn't from Europe, wasn't from America, but from Africa? His name was Mansa Musa, the King of Kings, ruler of the Mali Empire, and a man so wealthy that he changed the economy of nations just by passing through them. But who was this mysterious ruler? And how did he rise from the golden sands of West Africa to become the legend the world still whispers about today? Let's travel back to the 14th century, to a time when Africa wasn't just a continent of kingdoms, it was the center of gold, power, and unimaginable riches. Mansa Musa became the emperor of Mali around the year 1312. At that time, Mali was already one of the most powerful empires in Africa, but under Musa's rule, it became something the world had never seen before, a land overflowing with gold, culture, and knowledge. You see, the Mali Empire sat on some of the richest gold mines on Earth. In fact, half of the world's gold supply came from Musa's land, and all of it was under his control. Mansa Musa's wealth was beyond imagination. Historians say it was so vast that it's impossible to calculate in today's money. Some call him the only man who truly owned infinite wealth. But Musa wasn't just rich, he was wise. He knew that power wasn't just about gold, it was about influence, faith, and legacy. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to make a journey that would shock the world, his pilgrimage to Mecca. He didn't travel alone. He went with a caravan so large that people thought it was an army. Over 60,000 men followed him, soldiers, servants, and nobles. He carried hundreds of camels, each loaded with hundreds of pounds of pure gold. When Musa entered Cairo, Egypt, people couldn't believe their eyes. Streets shone with gold dust. He gave gold to the poor, to merchants, to rulers, freely and endlessly. But here's the twist. He gave away so much gold that he caused inflation. Gold lost its value for over 10 years in Egypt and the Middle East. Imagine being so rich that your generosity shakes the economy of entire nations. But Mansa Musa's journey wasn't just about showing off his wealth. It was about faith and reputation. He wanted the world to know that the Mali Empire was powerful, cultured, and blessed by God. When he returned to Mali, he began to build something that would outlive him: universities, mosques, and libraries. He turned the city of Timbuktu into the City of Gold, and one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world. Scholars came from across Africa and the Middle East to study there. Musa's empire became a light of knowledge, art, and religion, proof that Africa was not a dark continent, but a shining one. Even maps of that time began to show Mansa Musa sitting on a golden throne, holding a golden staff, with a crown that glowed like the sun. But despite all his power, Musa was known to be humble. He believed his wealth was a blessing from God, not just a symbol of pride. After his death, his empire continued to shine for many years, but eventually, it began to fade. Yet his name never disappeared. Today, when people talk about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or the billionaires of the modern world, one name still stands above them all: Mansa Musa, the man whose fortune could never be measured. So ask yourself this: what made Mansa Musa truly great? His gold or his legacy? His riches or his vision? Because true wealth is not just what you own, it's what you leave behind. If Mansa Musa's story inspired you, don't let it end here. Learn more about the hidden empires of Africa, the forgotten kings, and the stories that shaped our world. Subscribe, like, and share, because history like this deserves to be remembered.